Hello everyone, we are back with another video. Today, we're going to be comparing my computers. Now, we have a Dell Inspiron, and we also have a MacBook Pro. I'm going to get into more details later, but for now, I just want to say, I am not a professional by any means, so don't take this video too literally. All these things that I'm going to say about it, or about both computers, I don't really know exactly what I'm talking about. I just know my experiences with it. So I can't really tell you too much in the professional and tech type of way. I can just tell you what it can do and what issues there are, if there's any glitches or freezing or anything like that. So that's what we're going to go based off of. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so first we're going to talk about battery life. Now this, I will say, is about 4 years old now. The computer has done well. It's done what I needed to for the most part. When I first got it, it was pretty dang good, to be honest. There was some issues here and there that I can't really remember, but I know there was some complications, and my expectations were dropped significantly for this computer. But it did handle throughout the 4 years of what I needed it to do. I connected it to my TV via the HDMI cable, which is actually on the other side on this one. So right here we have all the specs for it. Now I will say the battery life, I will say it right now, we were at 95 when we started and I turned these on, so that was about 6 o'clock, and we're still at 100 on the MacBook Pro. And yeah, so that's pretty dang good already. Dropped 2% compared to that, but I mean, I've also got this computer. It's older, so you know, there's that too. I think I used to get around a few hours on this computer. I mean, this computer didn't really last long, and for like, I have never had to feel like, oh yeah, I gotta go put it on the charger right now, because I never had to. In the 2 weeks that I've had it, I've edited my videos for 6 hours and only dropped it halfway. So I mean, the battery life is just absolutely amazing on it. I do have the low power mode on, but I also have this type of low power mode that you put on the Dell Inspiron as well. These are the specs. Let's see if we can get that focus. I know i5 is pretty old. This is a 2021, I believe. I did have to factory reset the computer, but I believe it's 2021 or 2020, something like that. But I got it like as soon as this one came out, I got it. So it was like a new model and everything like that. So it was supposed to be really good. i5 CPU. Not sure exactly what that means. There is 8 gigabytes of RAM compared to the 16 gigabytes of unified memory on this, which I believe is like Apple's way of saying like RAM. I'm not exactly sure, but that's from what I've researched and got from it. That's what I've gotten. So yeah, it has the storage, I believe, is 258 or something like that. Let's see. I do like that this has like a sensor, so I can either like double tap. So instead of going to the right click, I can go like that, 2 fingers. I do like that. And then I can completely delete stuff. When I first started using it, it was definitely something to get used to. It was very weird, and I had to figure out exactly how to use it compared to this. But I really like this a lot better. I love the way it feels. I can adjust how hard pressure I need to do in order for it to click. I really like that. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Now we have the MacBook Pro M4. This is the base model. This one was I got from the Apple store, and it was $1,700. And then this laptop right here, which is the Dell Inspiron. I can't exactly remember which one it actually is. I believe it's like the 1035 or 1038 or something to do with that. So yeah, it's along those lines of it's some weird number. Now, from what I understand, this was the base model. This has 256 gigabytes of storage, and then with the base model of the MacBook Pro, now we are up to 512 gigabytes, and that is for a base model. They did upgrade that from the past years. I believe you only got like 256 or something like that. Same amount as you would get on this. And so they upped it for the 2024 model. Actually, going on 2025, it would have been. The other thing I do like, it's got Apple Intelligence. So, you know, like, hey Siri. Oh, my phone's connected to it. Forgot. That's another thing I love. I mean, I can connect my phone to it. I can mirror my phone onto this computer. So, like, I had issues with my phone. I dropped it in some water. And that tool on here would have been so nice to have. Like, there were so many things that I wanted to get into that I just couldn't because my screen was broken. Yeah, that feature would have been nice because the phone was still working. It's just the screen was not presenting any display. It was like blue, or it would turn black, or it would just be green. So I could still use it, I could still charge it. It's just I couldn't see what was on my screen. So having, you know, this being able to hook up to it would have been nice. So yeah, back to the battery. I have gotten around 6 to 7 hours, and that brought me down to 40-50%. And then on this computer I've used for like 3 hours. I've also watched a movie on it. Being on it for a few hours was like editing and some other little stuff, not too much. But when I watched the movie, I believe it was like more than 0.5% it had dropped down, but that was after like 3 years. So I mean, I guess I can kind of understand that, but at the same time, I think it's always been like that. I mean, this battery is held up pretty well, all things considered. I do keep it plugged in to my TV along with keeping it charged, and I'll close the lid and just, you know, use my TV as my display. I have like wireless mouse and keyboard, so that's how I was using it. And I have been trying to get this on it. I had some issues. I'm not going to completely explain it because it's so confusing. Basically, I plugged it in, and it was using my TV as a second display. So anything that I wanted, I had to take off of here and drag it over to my TV, and that I didn't like. So I tried to switch it, and I went into like the built-in display or something like that, and for some reason it just went haywire. I don't know if it was just my TV. I've tried 3 different TVs, and then I tried one of my family members' TVs and ended up being able to mirror it, but it wasn't using it as like an HDMI. Now, when I would plug it in, it would register on, you know, my TV that, you know, something was plugged in, but it wouldn't show any display. And when I would unplug it, my TV would say, you know, now there's nothing connected. So I know it was trying to do something, but I don't know if it's settings. I've called Apple, tried to get into some other stuff. I tried to make a new account to like bypass all the settings, and I don't know exactly how all that stuff works, but that's what they wanted me to do. So I tried that. Tried multiple things. I'm going to show you right here. Display. So there was like a second display, which was my TV, and I could not for the life of me get that back up after I pressed like built-in or something like that. I pressed something, and then after that it went haywire. But after putting it on a smart TV with an HDMI cable, it said it was mirroring. I don't want it to mirror. I just want to be able to use the whole computer and, you know, use it wirelessly. that's what I wanted to do. But for now, I mean, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't bother me. If I have to go and buy a new TV later on, a new smart TV, I can do that. But honestly, like, just, laying in bed, editing through that, doing it that way, I don't really care. It works, and I like it. So, if it works and I can use it, then fine. All right, so here we go. We're gonna bring up CapCut on both. I mean, like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just quicker. So we'll create one. 9% of 9, please charge me now. That's my phone. Yeah, I mean, you can see it right there. Like, just from that. We'll go back and we'll do that again just to show you. So we got these two. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that's what I like, and it's quick enough to where, like, I mean, we'll say, my brain isn't that fast, but, just being able to have it open up as quick as possible, well, not as possible, I mean, I will say this computer is fast, and it is good for a really good base model, but I will say I have seen faster with the other MacBooks, but it is better than M1 and M2. I know that. It's definitely an upgrade from those. So if you want like an upgrade without having to spend $3,000 on the new MacBook Pro Max or whatever they have for the best one you can get, the MacBook Pro M4 will do pretty much all of that. It will do like the basic needs. I've even found it to be really good for all my editing stuff and all that. But let's get into we'll just get into all this. It's so hard because switching between computers, the pads are so different. Like, I have to click once on here to open up something. On here I have to click it twice. And then like the pressure too, like, is so different. Let's see, I want to put in, I mean, you can already see right here the lag and just how weird it wants to do. And by all means, this isn't like the worst computer. Like, I mean, I can use YouTube and all that stuff. I could do anything on here, but this one just glitches a little bit more and it's slower. That's all I'm gonna say. And some of it is the app as well. I noticed on both the MacBook Pro and the Dell that the CapCut is just, it has some little glitches it likes to do once in a while. It's not a big deal. I have no issue with it. It's just that sometimes it either freezes or, yeah, I mean, just basically freezes. Sometimes it freezes, sometimes it slows down a little bit. So I know it's just the app, and the MacBook does fine with it. MacBook does a lot better with it, actually. Like I said, 16 RAM compared to 8. I mean, it's double the RAM. Alright, so we got 8 here. I'm trying to drag it over to the next screen. That goes to show you. Look at that. Look, just one finger. I can bring it in, drop it down. I mean, look at how quick that is. It's just so fluid and easy. Like, it's so much faster to maneuver around this computer. It's just so much better. I love that I can just use one finger. I can drag and drop super easily. I do love that. Now, I do like that this computer is bigger though for how much. I mean, I think it was like $1,200 for the Dell Inspiron, and then it was $1,700 for the MacBook Pro M4. So I think like the pricing on the MacBook is definitely a lot higher, but you're definitely getting more of what you pay for. I will say, I know Dell definitely has more you can do. Like, it's Apple versus Samsung. Like, Samsung has more that you can do, but with the MacBook and the Apple products and all that stuff, it's like what you need. You know what I mean? Like, you use a lot of the stuff on here. Like, it's nice to have extra stuff, but if I don't need it, you know what I mean? So I guess you're paying more of the experience and the just easy access of everything, I guess you could say. I don't, like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just what I've seen in videos, and also what I think as well. Like, you definitely can do more on here. You could probably do a whole bunch of coding and everything else. You could do it on here too, but this might do it better. I don't really know. I mean, I've never coded, but you know what I mean? You get the idea. Like, this one can definitely do more. You know, this is Samsung, this is Apple. You know, this can do just, it has more features. You know, I'll say it has more features in the computer, in the RAM, and all that stuff. And this just has, you know, the basic stuff that you would need to complete whatever you needed to do. So it definitely, like, you benefit from both of them. It's just different benefits. That's all I'm gonna say. You can agree with me, you cannot agree with me, whatever you want to do. But in my opinion, that's from what I've heard and what I would agree on. Now, MOV, from what I've heard, or from what I've researched, is better to export with. I'm not an expert at that, but we will go with it, I guess. All right, we're going to export at the same time. I don't know what's exactly going to happen. Sometimes CapCut likes to kind of go faster or slower depending on different things. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes, like, I could be editing the same video, like the same resolution, the same exact, like, length, and for some reason it either takes longer or it takes slower. I mean, we'll see, but it's the exact same length, the exact same photo and video and all that stuff. So we'll see how long it takes. And go. all right, we'll try that again. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I mean, all right, we're at 30 FPS, 4K. For some reason it doesn't have the CapCut thing, whatever. Maybe it's just because I have the newer version, I don't know. So we'll do this again, get in position, and we'll go. There we go. See, sometimes it just does the same, and it just goes. Sometimes it doesn't. They're doing pretty well. I mean, they're both about the same. This one's definitely going a little bit faster, but we'll see. We'll let it play through. All right, the MacBook is halfway, and the Dell Inspiron is only at 40%. It was at like 38. All right, the MacBook Pro is done. Dell Inspiron was at around 72%. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot we're doing 2 computers, or 2 laptops. Oh, there you go. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys how crazy the speaker is on the MacBook Pro. Now, obviously, this is a 4-year-old computer, but just from my experience, I'm just going to show you what I was, like, blown away by. So we're going to turn this one all the way up, and we'll play my intro. Alright, now we're going to turn the Dell Inspiron all the way up. It actually is all the way up. There you go. There's a little comparison. It's already up. So there you see, I mean, the speakers are just better overall. We are at 61% and we are at 94 on the MacBook Pro. I mean, if it doesn't say anything there, and we haven't even really used it, like, not even an hour, like, it's an hour. It was at 95%. Okay, so the Dell Inspiron has dropped down 35%, where the MacBook Pro has dropped down by 6%. It hasn't even been an hour, it's been 50 minutes. Now, like I said before, we have the port here that you have to plug into. The MacBook Pro is MagSafe, so I don't have to worry about breaking any plugs or anything like that. I could just slap it on and it's a magnet. Like, I love that. That's also one of the reasons that I got it, was I didn't have to worry about if my port was going to be destroyed from plugging it in and unplugging it. So, I mean, I've already replaced the Dell Inspiron once, and that was when I first got it. I mean, I replaced it within the first few months, and now it's already starting to kind of loosen up after these few years again. So, I mean, pick what you will, but for me, I think I'm going to stick with MacBook for a while. Depending, maybe I might even get another generation after this one goes. But I mean, I love the MacBook Pro. I can do so many different things at the same time, where on the Dell, I never could. I really never could. Anytime that I would edit, anytime that I would export a video and go to watch YouTube as that video is exporting, I could not. I mean, I literally could not. Like, it would take a minute or two for the screen to load up just to get into YouTube itself. And then forget about even watching the video. That took another minute or two. And with the MacBook, I mean, it goes in the same way that it is now. Like, I go here, and wait for a little bit to load up. I mean, I think that was a little bit quicker. But yeah, and then I would go and watch my video, click on it. It would go right into it in the full resolution. Like, I don't know how to... I mean, I love this MacBook. And I did really take care of it. As you could tell, the keyboard is different. That's because I have a protective case over it. It's like a little... let's see, let's lock that. It's a little, like, silicone cover. So if I spill anything or whatever on it, I don't have to worry about it. And then it's also got a screen protector. It's also got a front case. So we got a front case on the screen, and then we also have it on the bottom as well. And then I also bought this case right here for it as well. If you guys want a link, I can do that, but I mean, it's on Amazon. These both are on Amazon. Like I said, I got this case, both top and bottom, the silicone pad that goes over the keyboard, and then also I got the screen protector. All that for, I believe it was $20. And then this case for the MacBook Pro, it's nice and soft inside. It's got the handle here. It's got two zippers for different compartments. This is the company, and I really like this. This is actually, I mean, it's not like rugged or anything like that, but it's very firm. Like, the material is very hard on the outside. It's not like a hard case or hard shell inside, but it is, like, it's very protective. So, I mean, if you do drop it, it's going to be good along with the case on it too. So I spent $20 on this, $20 on this, both for $40 for the protector and also the case as well. So that was a really good deal. Another thing that I like, so the MacBook has like a heavier bottom to it because of all the stuff that's in it. So flip it around. I can go one-handed, open it all the way up. Ready? Dell Inspiron. I have to, like, inch my way up. I have to like push it and keep going in order for it to go. So I mean, there's that too. But I mean, it's also got the I think they're doing it with the MacBook Pros. I don't know if the MacBook Airs have it, but they have more ports on the side, which is pretty cool. Siri.
Uh-huh.
What is the difference between MOV and MP4?
MOV is a file format developed by Apple and is commonly used on Mac OS and iOS platforms. MP4, MPEG 4 Part 14, is a multimedia container format commonly used for sharing video files over the internet. While MOV files are often higher in quality and larger in size, MP4 are typically more compressed and smaller in size. This is from barbarawings.com and cloudflare.com. I
absolutely love that. And if Siri can't answer it, like, it will go into Chat GBT, which is, I guess they partnered with Apple this year or something like that. So the whole Apple Intelligence is supposed to get even better from what it has been. And like just that alone, like I'll be editing a video and I have a question about some type of editing, or like the MOV compared to the MP3, I didn't know which, or MP4, I didn't know which was better. I didn't know what was going to provide more. So, you know, asking Siri was just so much easier. Like I knew what I wanted to do and it just answered it for me. I didn't even have to read it. It told me it. Like that makes it so much easier, especially for, you know, my reading disabilities. So that is really cool and I really like it. And not to mention the display gets super bright. Like I can't compare it anymore. Like I love this computer and I am very happy with it. I'll probably do like after a year, but yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed. It was entertaining and you learned something, and maybe I helped you out on a decision. If you wanted like the MacBook Pro M4 base model, like I hope that helped you. This was a 2-week review. I might do a year. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm not very techie, so I can't like give you all the information. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. And yeah, also the community page is to help you guys also with the videos as well. When the videos go up, I create a post and it goes into the community page, so it should pop up on your feed. Yeah, but that's basically all I got to say. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this helped you out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and keep on riding.